Bhadram karne vishrunuyama Bhadram pasye makshabhirya chatraha Sthireirangeis tushtuvagum sastanubihi Vyashema devahitanyadayuhu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, O gods, may we hear with our ears what is auspicious. O ye adorable ones, may we see with our eyes what is auspicious. May we sing praises to ye and enjoy with strong limbs and body the life allotted to us by the gods. Om, peace, peace, peace. Ours is a time of anxiety because we have willed it to be so. Ours is a time of anxiety because we have willed it to be so. Our anxiety is not imposed on us by force from outside. We impose it on our world and upon one another from within ourselves. Thomas Merton. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ramakrishna Monastery. Our topic today is being overwhelmed. Do you find yourself saying, I can't keep up with this anymore? It's too much. These days, feeling overwhelmed is not a sign of weakness. It's a shared human experience. Yesterday, I was in San Diego doing one of our talks, doing a talk. And one of our devotees, he called me aside and said, hey, Swami, you know, I'm so stressed out and I'm thinking about leading the kind of life that you guys lead. I was like, what? You want to be a monk? I said, oh, no, but, you know, renouncing everything. I have the idea that if I do that, you know, all my problems and stress will go away. And I laughed. Those who know me, you know that I can laugh really. And I started laughing. I said, oh my God, no. You will have new problems. And guess what? New sources of stress. Because whether, you know, you thought about it or not, but we monks also can get stressed out. Stress is not private to a specific individual, the busy one. It's available to all of us. And not just available, it's inevitable. So today we will go deeper into this, the causes and the things we can do to avoid being overwhelmed. Particularly falling slaves of our emotions. The moment we fall slaves of our emotions, we have a huge problem. So, yes, as I was telling you, we monks can also be overwhelmed sometimes, especially when we are unable to accept the present circumstances and the demands of the circumstances. As you know, we are working monks, and work for us is a means to find perfection, to master ourselves. So we have a philosophy and we know how to deal with stress. So hopefully what I share with you today will be helpful to you as well. So let's try to analyze the reasons behind this feeling as well as some of the steps to follow before you reach that state of being overwhelmed. Overwhelmed describes a feeling or feeling completely overcome by excessive stress emotions or tasks, making it difficult to cope. Being overwhelmed signifies having too much to deal with, mentally, emotionally, and physically. What is the root cause? You know? One word: chronic stress. We have accepted chronic stress to be something like, oh, it's part of life. It is indeed part of life, but it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be that way. Due to internal pressures or excessive external demands that exceeds our ability to cope. So what really stress is the body's natural automatic reactions to challenges, automatic reactions to changes, to threats, triggering the fight or flight response that, as you all know, releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. So the thing here is, it's in the definition. Stress is the natural reaction that we all have to challenges and changes. Does it ring the bell? Challenges and changes are all over the place in our lives. Changes. In short, stress is not always bad. There is a short-term stress that allows us to immediately respond to threats and survive. And this is key. It is very important. Because stress is there for us to take action, react, do something about it. That kick that we get is because we have to be efficient. Mm-hmm. So the short-term stress can increase alertness and energy to meet deadlines or avoid danger. So it's not really bad if we use it well. However, long-term stress can lead to serious physical and mental health issues. Especially now, science has discovered that stress is the source or the cause of very, very serious diseases. Author David G., in his book, Desestrifying, have you heard this author? Well, it's very interesting, it's very nice. Desestrifying, his book, he says, stress is how we respond when our needs are not met. Stress is how we respond when our needs are not met. And we are loaded with needs, with wants. We want so much all the time. So stress is universal because our needs are universal. Yet we all have our own way to how we respond to having our own needs met and how we respond when they aren't met. It's our actions and responses to unmet needs that truly shape the way we live. I mean, how much I need in my life. Our thoughts, words, and reactions to ourselves and others, driven by these unmet needs, determine how much relaxation. These days, technology, when you connect your watch with your phone, it tells you, hey, you're stressed out. Calm down, relax. It's very interesting. sometimes I get an alert and a notification. I'm like, wow, this is great. And but I go, I don't think I'm stressed out. Um, but then I contemplate, say, hey, take it easy, breathe. I'm extremely active. That could be read as stressed out, but it's good to be notified. It's an alert because it is good up to some extent. When you cross the line, it's very difficult to come back. The world is constantly throwing demands and challenges our way, creating new needs and addictions. Do you agree? Constantly. Now with the social media and everything that is available, so many things have changed since I was a teenager. I don't know how teenagers can deal with all this today. So many demands and needs. It's inevitable. At the same time, there is nothing we can do about it. Times are changing. And if we want to be alive, we have to interact with the world. We can't avoid interacting with the world because interacting means we are living. We are alive and living. Life, by its very nature, involves constant interaction. Living is relating to each other, to our needs and to the world. From family and work to society and politics, we are perpetually engaged. And when one has to interact with the world day after day, guess what? Stress is inevitable. Take this, because there is nothing we can do about it. However, if one can find a harmonious balance with their surroundings, a harmonious balance with their surroundings, no emotional stress is experienced. Emotional stress. Okay? Stress will bring about emotional disturbances to some extent. But if we lead a harmonious life, if we know what to do at the right time, it will affect us less. So it's very interesting because when we do something that we like and enjoy, we don't seem to be stressed out. Is that right? However, a person may love to gamble because, sometimes we find people that love gambling. But our society would see you are laughing. You are laughing for a reason, because there is a stigma attached to it. That gambling is not good. Now, a person may feel guilty, and when he goes back to the gambling practice, he might feel stressed out also because of all this social pressure. It will cause stress. You can't spend the whole day playing video games, no matter how much you love them. Can you? I'm not into video games, but I hear they're pretty good these days. So there must be some balance so that there is no stress. And the balance comes from making decisions. We'll come to that. Since our interactions with the world are inevitable, stress is a natural consequence. Now, one has to relate to the world, for living is relating to the world. If one can see the difference between being alive and living, then it follows that one need not to relate to the world in order to be alive, like in the case of sleep or in the case of a coma. In dreams, one connects with the objects depicted, unaware that they are merely projections coming from our own being, from our own selves. We relate to the world, therefore we are living. ING. When I'm awake, I relate to the world. Now, there is a problem, because I can relate to the world in a harmonious way or not. It can become a source of disharmony. If it becomes a source of disharmony, I can keep myself safe if I have certain space within myself to retain that safety. And here it comes. If relating to the world is a source of disharmony, I can keep myself safe if I have certain space within myself to retain that safety. Do you know where I'm going? Therefore, to live a life with no stress, one has to learn that one has the capacity to live in harmony, and also one needs to command enough space within to protect oneself from being an emotional victim of others' disturbing actions and behavior. Sometimes we learn to live in harmony, but we are triggered by triggers. Sometimes these triggers are not from things or circumstances, but by people, from people. So we need to keep our peace and understand what's going on and why this is happening. The stress arises not from this engagement itself, but when we lose inner distance. When external events, people, and expectations are internalized as personal threats or failures. The main problem is that it is very difficult to keep the external world external. But when you live in the world, it is inevitable. When we allow situations to invade our inner peace through unmet expectations, guilt, or emotional reactivity, we become emotional victims of others' behavior. Thus, stress is not in the world. It is in the mind that refuses to let the world be as it is. Is it clear? It is in the mind of the person that refuses to let the world as it is. If I keep the external things external, then I can relate to them, respond to them objectively, dispassionately. However, more often than not, I allow them to affect me. I internalize situations. So we have to keep the external external. Now, how do we do that? If already they are external, how am I to keep them external? You cannot externalize something that is already external. But even though the people and the objects are external to our senses, some of them can become causes of concern some of them can become causes of frustrations, making themselves present in our minds. They made our way inside us already. We left the gate open. Sometimes we do that here. We forget to close the gate. You left the door open. Therefore, it become all these people, circumstances, frustration, boom, they are me now. Does it happen? It does. Consequently, these people are no longer outside. They are inside me, you. The unfulfilled desires, the unfulfilled demands, the expectations leave me helpless. That turns into frustration. This becomes a permanent source of stress. But there is no stress, really speaking. There is the stressed person. The stressed person is the one who is frustrated, who is not able to live in harmony with one's world. If relating to the world brings stress, we have no way out of stress because we cannot get away from the world. In the sense, we cannot stop relating or living in this world. Therefore, there is one way out, and that is to discover certain space within ourselves while relating. The solution is creating a sacred inner space. I am not the roles I play. I am the conscious presence in which all roles arise. I am the conscious presence in which all roles arise. I am different from all the roles I play. The path to stress-free living beings with recognizing that one begins recognizing that one is not the roles one plays. Mind you, I use the word roles in plural. Did you know that you play different roles being the same person? As a mother, as a daughter, as a father, as a son, as a teacher, as a student. These are all roles. Do you behave the same way? Sometimes you have to adapt to a specific role. As a son, parent, employee, or citizen, one assumes many identities, but the I behind all roles remains unchanged. If I am both daughter and mother, son and father, it means that I am a daughter with reference to my parents and a mother with reference to my child. Therefore, I am the one who is all these roles. If that is so, then definitely I must be different. Since I am different from the roles, I can assume the status of any of these. Assumption of a given status is what we call a role. Let me explain this. We'll get clearer now. with this metaphor or example of the actor. Let us look at the example of an actor. Let's call it A, who plays the role of a beggar, B. This actor plays the beggar's role so well that no real-life beggar can beg so well as the actor does. Excellent. He's the best. The actor has studied and picked up the best nuances of begging. The actor plays the beggar so well that tears flow. He knows I'm crying so well. I'm killing it. He knows, he even enjoys it. The actor, therefore, can be the best beggar on the stage. At the same time, there is a space within the person. It is that space I'm talking about. You should find that space. Imagine you being an actor. Are you the role? It's just a play. It is a sacred space, a space that makes the whole role a drama and an enjoyable one for the actor and for others. It is the space of knowledge that is worked out by the awareness that the role is I, but I am not the role. When the beggar comes on stage, the actor has to be there. When the beggar talks, the actor talks. The whole anatomy of the beggar is that of the actor. In other words, B is A. There is no compromise possible there. He is not affected by the beggar's suffering because he retains the awareness. B is A, but A is not B. The awareness of the role is the only distance here because B and A, between B and A, there is no distance. The awareness of the role is the only distance here because between B and A, there is no distance, physical, spatial, or time-wise. It's only the awareness. And it comes so natural to the actor. A is not away from B. A is not affected by the miserable, tragic lot of the beggar. According to the script in the play, the beggar suffers a lot of abuse, but Mr. A takes all of them without being in any way affected. What do you think? He is congratulated for crying. His friend also knows it. A is not B, but what a great job he is doing as B. It is the same in real life. This space is not physical distance, but the cognitive clarity that I am the conscious witness, not the role. Remember this very well. This is key. Role playing can be very tiresome and stressful if there is no space while playing the role. For no role is free of difficulty or obstacle, either in real life or on the stage. You see it. It could be stressful. if there is no space while playing this role, if there is no awareness. Every role, be it the role of a father, the mother, or the son, or a daughter, and so on, is not going to go without problems. The role of a mother these days is a very difficult one. The parent, being a parent. Every role has challenges. All these challenges turn into frustration. And if they are not met with, and thereby leading to stress. Are we clear on this? Now, let's go a little deeper. You ready? As I mentioned, author David G. in his book Disestrifying says, stress is how we respond when our needs are not met. It's how we respond when our needs are not met. Stress has a root in our needs, and our needs are wants. Our needs in our wants, and that creates a lot of problems where we point to here, to our head, to our minds. I don't know why we point to our heads because the process goes on there in the brain. Stress has a root in our needs and our wants, and that creates a lot of problems in our minds. Let us see how we can respond to frustration. Now let's move to our mind activity, our thoughts. We must look upon our minds as a garden and cultivate all the healthy thoughts that will bring about bliss, ananda, contentment to us and to others as well. When we are regularly tending the garden, then we have to weed, right? This is not good. This is not good. To make our garden beautiful. This is one particular topic highlighted in our scriptures, especially in the Bhagavad Gita. When it talks about mana shuddhi, the cleanliness of the mind. I'm going to talk about something that I discussed in some of my talks, in previous talks. You remember raga and dvesha? The cleanliness of the mind deals directly with our raga and dvesha. Translation, likes and dislikes. Remember this, because it's our daily experience. The things that I attract because I like them, and the things I dislike. It's not hate, it's just dislike. We like certain people and certain situations. If I have to manage these likes and dislikes, then I have to understand how they work. In the ancient scriptures, the Vedas, they talk about their nature. The nature of these likes and dislikes. The first thing we have to note is that we can learn to manage likes and dislikes, but we can never avoid them. They are part of life. They are part of nature. They are inevitable. Like living, interacting, stress. It's inevitable, but we can manage. We can never eliminate these raga and dvesha, or likes and dislikes. Even the gods from the Puranas, Mm? They have preferences. Krishna likes cream, ghee. And Shiva is happy if you offer El Bilvabhadra, just a leaf or a white flower. It's very simple. Ganesh likes red flowers. So likes and dislikes. And what if you make a mistake during the puja, offering the wrong flower? Oh my God, you have to start again, chanting mantras. Please forgive me. Therefore, the first point is like likes and dislikes are always there. The second point is that there are advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages? That if they are in conformity with how I feel, with my likes and dislikes, there will be happiness. You will experience joy. But when they are not met, the circumstances, they are not in conformity with my likes and dislikes, I will experience naturally sorrow. Mm? So, situations in life that conforming situations according to my likes and dislikes will bring about happiness. Non-conforming situations will bring about the opposite, sorrow. Clear? Simple. Conforming situations, when your expectations are met, occur when your expectations are met. For example, those who are fond of going to concerts, if the band plays all the songs you expected, then you are happy. There are no issues there. But what if they play new songs that you don't even know the lyrics? You are like, why are they playing this? I didn't pay for these songs. I wasn't expecting this. I don't even know. This is a new type of music. So, non-conforming situations will bring about emotional disturbances. You'll feel disturbed. That's not what I wanted. Might change your mood also in the middle of the field. Everybody's dancing and you're not. You're upset. It's too late now. I want to go. I don't like it. Right? Now, the unfolding events, as you know in life, they don't consult us. They simply happen. Events and circumstances are going to happen and governed by certain factors which are known or unknown, and therefore many events will cause conforming, conducive situations, and many events in life will bring non-conforming, non-conducive situations to what I want, what I expect, to my likes and dislikes. What do we know? We have to accept it. Life is a mix of likes and dislikes. And they are going to be there all the time, whether you like it or not. Rain will happen rain will happen regardless the marriage ceremony already arranged. Life involves continuous confrontation, and this is something that we don't stop to think. Many in life, we seem to be dodging, oh, yeah, and you keep running, no? As if, but you don't stop to think about, like, hey, it is what it is. Sooner or later, it will hit me. And how am I going to react? How am I going to react? am I going to react when it does indeed hit me? So there is no advance notice in life. There is unpredictability. I don't have much time. I have only 15 minutes, so I have to start wrapping it up. But what about your phones? Pay attention to your phones. Are also sources of likes and dislikes, happiness and sorrow. Mm. So we have to learn how to navigate this. Another thing that we also have to know is that in our interaction with each other, we all have our likes and dislikes. I'm dealing with somebody who has her likes and dislikes. The problem is that if her likes conform to mine, it's great. But what if it doesn't? Do you fake it? I don't know. You just be kind or just try to understand that this is life. Mm? Even when we live with somebody, you will have to also go around these likes and dislikes. Non-conforming situations are not avoidable. You can't avoid them. Mm-hmm. And this is the challenge of life. That this, if we are not aware of this, we don't accept it, and we don't learn how to navigate these non-conforming situations, these, you guys, will bring about emotional consequences. As I said, your mood is going to change. Mm-hmm. In the form of disappointments, in the form of irritation, in the form of anger, in the form of hatred, in the form of regret, in the form of worry, and in the form of stress. You got it? Now you know the source, the real source of stress. It comes in this package. We are born in these human bodies, and this is it. What are my likes and dislikes? And the stress package is there also. Mm? So our whole life involves continuous stress. Mm? So let's get over it. From likes and dislikes to non-conforming situations, from non-conforming situations to emotional clashes, disturbances. This is life. We have no choice here. We have no choice. Now we have a choice. And this is very important. We come to the next important stage where we have a choice. From emotional disturbance, the next possible stage, we are not alert, and if we don't do something about it, is emotional slavery. Hmm? We extend our hands and say, all right, I'm your slave now. This is based on the important psychological principle that when any emotional disturbance stays in the mind, and especially disturbing emotions, even when it stays in the mind for a short while, the emotion in the mind can grow very, very fast. Any emotion outside cannot survive like a fish out of water, but if a disturbed emotion stays in the mind, it grows very fast and it grows very strong, like hatred, fear, worry. anxiety, jealousy. When these emotions grow very strong, then it's very difficult. And I know we have some of those emotions already in our package. So we know it's not that easy. What to do now? Mm-hmm. This emotional slavery is a very serious problem. Emotional disturbance is unavoidable. It is a minor problem compared to what it can become. The problem is when emotional slavery is already within you. Your mind loses strength. You are unable to act wisely. To do any constructive work, I have to change non-conforming situations, and we go back step by step to conforming situations. You get it? This conversion requires a lot of constructive energy. There is also a thing that we have to be aware of, that when we are when we are a slave of our emotions, that can create a lot of health issues. As you know, stress is the cause of many diseases, and we want to stay healthy. Mm. Stress leads to lowered immune system. It's an invitation for all kinds of diseases. So we have to avoid emotional slavery. Mm. And it is possible by using our, some people, brothers, sometimes say, like, it doesn't exist. Well, I do believe it exists to some extent. The free will. We have the capacity to make decisions, to make changes. We have the capacity to make choices. Based on those choices, we can make new decisions. We can change the direction of our lives, and we can become what we want to become. Therefore, we can practice the following. First thing first, we have to stay aware. We have to remember that we can easily shift or move from an emotional disturbance to emotional slavery. That we have to process, discern, and accept and remember. Now, this is called viveka. I'm going to use a word that you guys know. Discrimination, discernment. Now, the second step, you're going to make it a point. Now that you know the consequences, you're going to make it a point to remember. An author suggestion. I will always be alert throughout the day, because this is day by day. Yeah? I mean, it's not, it's, step by step. When we wake up, welcome, remember this. Stay alert throughout the day that emotional disturbance, they are going to happen in my life. They're out there waiting for me. My duty is to ensure that emotional disturbance does not get converted into emotional slavery. Therefore, auto-suggestion is called sankalpa. It's like a vow that we make. I'm going to remember this every day. Like, walking out there in the jungle. There are dangers out there, so stay alert. Hmm? The third step is something that we practice also in yoga, and Swami Vivekananda also discusses this point. It's called Pratipaksha Bhavana. Hmm? It's a technique, overcoming negative thoughts by consciously cultivating the opposite emotion, replacing anger by compassion, for example. Sometimes this is a little abstract because once you are there and you are, it's very difficult, right? Oh, I love you. It's very difficult to switch from one emotion to another. But something that I can recommend is to be aware of dharmic thoughts. Okay, you have to remember that anything I want for myself, I have to give. This will lead me to understanding that, hey, we are all here in this jungle. All we want is love. All we want is to be loved. All we want is to end with this misery. And she is doing his or her best. We are all living in different degrees of ignorance. We don't know about it. We are desperate with knives, And so it's like, oh, you hit me. You stabbed me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. So that's the situation, you guys. So when we become aware of it, then we can be more, that real compassion comes. He or she is doing her best. Hmm? We all have our limitations. We all have our limitations. Therefore, when that thought comes to your mind, then you are okay, fine. Okay, I get it. You don't know anything better. Hmm? We are all dealing with our limitations. We all have them, meaning likes and dislikes. After all, we all want love, and we do our best. Emotional slavery comes when you allow the anger thoughts to continue. Emotional slavery comes when you allow worry thoughts to continue, fear thoughts to continue, replacing them by using your free will. You can also use humor. Remember the Reading Digest? Humor is the best solution. My mom used to collect this magazine, and she had a huge collection. Where? In my room. So I remember this. And I remember me reading this page on humor. It was beautiful. So humor, you guys, is something that you can use. Mm? Those who are into SNL, I don't know. I love humor. The next level that we're going to practice, it's called being around people who have positive thoughts and who are in the same path, who we share the same type of goal. Character people, teachers and teachings. We can read books, we can read stories, we can get inspired, okay? By our teachers, you can read Sri Ramakrishna's life, Buddha's life, Jesus' life. We are reminded of what a good character should be and also the strengths that we need coming from within. Speaking of strength, it is a very important practice to regain our strength, inner strength, that is the supplication. Did I pronounce it correctly? Supplication. Supplication. Thank you. I knew something was supplication. You pray. Invoke the divine. Invoking the divine works. Make it a point to invoke the divine. Those who have a relationship with God constantly invoke the divine. Come here. Stay with me. That gives you strength, gives you confidence. God is real, you guys. Practice, practice, and you will know. Mm-hmm. Now, let me wrap it up. In Vedanta, we have the fundamental problem of humanity. It's called martyatvam. Sooner or later, this show is going to end. Okay? Sooner or later, Mr. Yama is going to knock at our door. I say, you ready? No, I'm not. Well, sorry. I gave you your whole life to be ready. You should be ready by now. Here I'm giving you a cause. Either a disease, there'll always be a cause for our checking out. And we should be okay with that because this body is subject to change. These changes bring both favorable and unfavorable conditions. Unfortunately, their nature is unpredictable and unknown. As a result, life feels as though it is moving into darkness. We feel that we are not fully in control of ourselves or our future, which creates a constant sense of vulnerability. As we get older, we kind of start feeling that, like, we feel the decline in our bodies. Now we feel pain everywhere. Like, what is this? You go to acupuncture, maybe this will help. So it creates some kind of anxiety or stress regarding the future of ourselves, our friends, our family. These are the consequences of change and challenges. As life progresses, old age arrives along with various diseases, ultimately leading to death. These are the most explicit expressions of mortality. Over time, stress and anxiety intensify into fear and panic. We shouldn't get there. Stress, anxiety, and fear are universal problems, and all are rooted in our mortality. Okay, so let's get over. Let's shake hands. Mr. Death, I know you're there. It's only a matter of time. You should be happy because this is life. So far, we have our present to enjoy this beautiful, amazing experience of life with its ups and downs. So, the students of the Upanishads in ancient times recognized this problem. The ancient teachers, sages, recognized this problem and sought a remedy. The remedy is recognizing the opposite to mortality, which is immortality. The immortal principle of the self. And you know this by now. Vedanta stresses the fact that we are all immortal beings. Hey, this is a lot. But it demands that we accept it. That we are nothing but conscious, immortal beings. Living, experiencing a changing experience. The basic, simple, conscious person. The basic, because it's just a conscious being, is free. Is free of all this. All these ups and downs, all these stressful situations, conducive, non-conducive, emotional disturbances that we believe to be true, then you stress out, then you become a slave. The I is laughing at you. The I? Who is the I wonder? Is the simple, conscious person. The person, let me remind you, that person is not the role, but the role is the person. Who is the person? The immortal being, the immortal, always present, conscious being that we are. When one does not see this, there is confusion. Both the role and the person are rolled into one, and you are scared. Relax. Accept it. You are the actor. You are not the role. Don't stress out. B is A. A is not B. A is the I. And you are all I. The key lies in recognizing that I am a simple conscious person, the unchanging awareness behind all roles, emotions, and experiences. A is I. Thank you. Always do this. Sorry, guys. Oh, yes. So I'm going to meet you all in the Q&A for the Q&A. If you have some comments, doubts, they are all welcome. Next Sunday. Oh, by the way, how did you feel? You okay with all this? Are you okay accepting that you are the always immortal conscious being, the actor, not the role? You better be, huh? We have to work on this, you guys. We have to find that inner space. We can't really take this life so seriously. The fantasies of this life is just a play. Don't take them too seriously. Relax. You are the I. Everything is happening because you are present. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, that outer world is Purna, full of divine consciousness. This inner world is also Purna, full of divine consciousness. From Purna comes Purna. From the fullness of divine consciousness, the world is manifested. Taking Purna from Purna, Purna indeed remains, because divine consciousness is non-dual and infinite. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you.